What a great day to be alive, folks. I love it. This is Rusty 78609 in Lake Colorado City, near Colorado City, Texas. Fixing to head to Capitan, New Mexico this morning. Yes, sir. The reason I'm doing that is tomorrow and the next day, the winds are going to be out of the west. Going into New Mexico, and I don't want to be driving into a 24-mile-an-hour headwind. So, I could wait and do it Friday, but then when I get to Capitan, the water department's closed on Fridays. So you see, catch-22. But this catch-21 is going to go today and drop the info off at the water department today in the little drop box so they can come hook up my water. How about that, guys? Anyway, yesterday, more good news. I found toilet paper in Colorado City. I went in and got some gas at a gas station. Went in and there was a little line at the counter paying, and so I walked around looking at the stuff, and sure enough, there was toilet paper. And I thought, well, huh. So anyway, they had 15 or 20 rolls. I got 4 rolls, and they were like 75 cents a roll. I don't know if that's cheap or expensive or what, but I got them $3. But anyway, having said that, I'm still alive in my 2019 Casita 17-footer travel trailer. This is a travel trailer, fiberglass travel trailer, with 84 square feet of interior living area. All this space. Wonderful, guys. Been a long time, full-time RVer, 25 plus years. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. Think positive. And what else? It's the day after yesterday, the day before tomorrow, today. Live it. Enjoy it. And then, hey, Google, what's the temperature in Colorado City, Texas?
The temperature in Colorado City right now is 48.
48. Actually, it's 41. That's what it shows on my indoor-outdoor temperature gauge, 41. And I believe it because it was cool in here this morning. It's still cool. It's 62 inside because I haven't got the heat on. Why don't you have the heat on? Because I don't want the heat on. I'm in charge of me. You're in charge of you. I do what I do. You do what you do. And therein causes a lot of friction because a lot of people want to tell me what to do and it ain't going to happen. So anyway, what else? Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Bangor, Maine?
The current temperature in Bangor is 28.
28 with a high of 46. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Butte, Montana?
The temperature in Butte right now is 27.
With a high of 38. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska?
In Fairbanks right now, it's 15 degrees.
With a high of 27. A heat wave. You guys are probably running around with no clothes on. Anyway, what else can I tell you? This is Trenton Clump, a smiling, grinning it. This is a teddy bear with my name on it. Popeye and Olive Oyl from the old Popeye cartoons. That's Betty Boop from the 1930s. That's Mr. Bill from the 1970s. And behind them is a sticker that's with a jalapeno on it that says Native Texan. And this is $1 million bill, 1,000 yen note, 1,000 yen note, €5 note, a $2 bill. Frugal RV Gal sticker, a Deborah Dixonson sticker. Both of those girls have YouTube channels. Check them out. And this is Mr. Bojangles. And those are bananas, and they're getting older every day like me and you. And that is Olive Oyl's bra. That's a smiling face with nose, ear, and hair. And that is a saying that says, life is better than a casita. And that's the way that is. Some people don't like for me to do this every morning, but you know what I think about that, don't you? You do what you do, and I do what I do. Anyway, enough said. Moving right along here. Hey, Google, tell us a bear joke.
What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
Ha, 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 ha. Isn't that funny?
As long as you're laughing, I'm happy.
Very good. Very good. I like it. Will you marry me? She shut up then. She's probably already got a boyfriend. Anyway, enough said about that. What else can I tell you? Yeah, it's about a 6.5. Well, it's 320 miles to Capitan, New Mexico. Take me, 7 hours leisurely. And so I'll be there. If I leave here around 8 o'clock, 3 p.m., so I'll get there before they close the water department. It's hard to get there when they're open. But anyway, having said that, This is Shane Ramirez on Camping Toilet Cheap and Easy. Yeah, I think I just had a little old 5-gallon can that I put something around. And he says, I'm taking a poop. What are you doing? He says, LMAO, laughed. Anyway, yeah, what it was is somebody left a comment, or I said in the video, what if somebody walks up while I'm pooping? Then I just tell them what I was doing. Anyway, Lorraine Spence on arrival, the bubble's whenever the bubble's in the center, I'm home. Lorraine Spence says, nice park. Somebody watched some of my older videos and commented. This is Veronica Hernandez on the Del Rio, Texas, San Felipe Lions Park, a walk. Veronica says that's the Dr. Alfredo Gutierrez Jr. Amphitheater. The creek is over 2 miles long. San Felipe Springs feeds into San Felipe Creek and goes into the Rio Grande. On Thursdays, Mimo's has live music. There's a restaurant right near that park. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate your comments. And this is on looking for land to put the tiny home, RV, etc. Cade Redfield. We're not going to worry about that. Veronica says the HEB nearby there is the second oldest HEB in Texas. Only the original one in Kerrville is older. That's right. That's where they started, was in Kerrville, Texas. Correct. Letitia Smith. This is on Hovenweep. Yeah, that was a neat little park. I was a tour guide there. Or actually, I was an interpretive ranger there. That's what it was. A volunteer at Hovenweep National Monument in Utah. Letitia Smith says, I see the Sleeping Ute right off at the start. Yeah, they got a mountain there called Sleeping Ute, and it looks like somebody laying on their back asleep. I lived in Cortez for 12 years and never got to go to Hovenweep. Yeah, I hear you. Well, that's like people that live in San Antonio, Texas, never been to the Alamo. Same difference. Rip Snarton. That is some unremarkable country. It is unremarkable, I'll grant you that. This is a video I did on arriving in Cortez, Colorado. Letitia Smith says the mountains that you are viewing from Maverick are called La Platas near Mancos, Colorado. I used to cut firewood up in the range until I woke up morning and it had snowed overnight. I felt very warm when I woke up and everything was laying up against the wall of the tent next to where I slept. I elbowed it and it growled. I had a nice brown bear keeping me warm. Yeah, I hear you. That was me, girl. Anyway, enough said. Wheel hunt on the land thing in Colorado City. Wheel hunt, my buddy did a job in Vegas a couple of days ago. All shut down. Interesting. Linda Sue, not boring at all. I could look out the window all day long. Every moment is something new. Yeah, you got it, man. That's what you got to enjoy about life, man. You got to go, see, do. Within your limits now. I'll qualify that. Whatever you can do, do. But anyway, whatever you can do, do. That's why all the toilet paper's gone. Anyway, Nick Batchelor. Thanks, Rusty. Enjoy your video. Be careful. Appreciate the lake view. You're very welcome. Jim Flora says, Big Sky Country. Boy, this is, too. Out here, you can see forever. Marcia Mapes, M-A-P-E-S. I am in Northeast Ohio and saw gas at $1.29 today. Take care. Yeah, there's a lot of price gouging going on all over the USA because here it's $1.79. And in Ruidoso, New Mexico, I was looking at Gas Buddy, and it shows $2.29. Come on, guys. That ain't transportation costs. I know it. You know it. But that's life. People are greedy. Don't ever underestimate the greed of the other person. CDL Lady 54. Towns tend to bust when a freeway is installed. All traffic moves from the roads running through town where you can shop and meet residents to zoom fast, no stop. I hate that. Well, it happens all over the world. It happens everywhere. That's life. That's life. Anyway, Scotty Thompson. I will follow up on politics, not so much on TV and the internet, whatever. I can't get this thing to load anymore. There they go. I needed more comments. Where's Scotty at? There he is. Okay, here we go. Rick G, I-20, 30, 40, do I hear I-50? All I have to say is I-6, as in years old. Well, thank you, Rick G. Are you 6 years old? Gypsy Nomads. I love that area. I had an aunt who lived there 20 years ago. She has since moved to Florida, but I think she has regretted the move, though. Probably so if she went to Florida, because I'll tell you one thing she noticed. The humidity is a lot higher in Florida than it is here, because yesterday the humidity here was about 19%. Yeah, it's pretty dry out here. Dorian, and same way in Capitan, New Mexico, and I like it. Dorian, because see, it can be, 60 to 65 degrees outside in Capitan, and the humidity is so low, you walk outside, you feel like it's 75 or 80. I mean, it's just a whole different, for me. Anyway, Dorian Christie, a drunk yard. Yeah, that was my good one there. A privately owned beer 30 yard. If you have more than a few, yeah, I hear you. I was trying to say junkyard, but drunk came out. Yeah, this old brain up here, I need to put a little WD-40 on it or something. Yeah, a little oil to break loose some of the stuck things. Gale Resources, a nice thing to do, Rusty. Many of us were wild about a tiny home, then found it hard to find a spot for one. Of course, I wanted to still live in California. Ha ha ha. I don't think you're going to do it anywhere in California, babe. Good luck with that. Anyway, Dorian Christie, thanks for the adventure. I love driving around, imagining living somewhere nicer, freer. You keep it going and stay healthy, amigo. I plan to, babe. I plan to. And I'm doing it by the numbers, guys. I'm not doing anything foolish. I know I get a lot of negative feedback, but the naysayers are about 2% of my viewing audience, so I really don't care what they say. Anyway, Eric Moore, hi Rusty. Looks like they've been getting rain there at Lake Colorado. All the brush is green. Not sure why the lake is low unless they have had several years of drought. Always good video. Anyways, good video. I'm not sure what it is. I think it could, because see, this is fed partially, I think, by the Colorado River. And, I don't know if the Colorado's down or what, but anyway, enough said. The person's name is Bar Crawl. I'd be interested to know why it's low. Lack of rain? I don't know. Why don't you do a Google search? Do a Google search for lake level, Lake Colorado City, and find out. It's easy to do. Whenever there is a power plant coast, that usually has something to do with it. Could be. But anyway, thank you, Bar Crawl. This is Glenn ML. Got a long comment. I'll read part of it. I lived in Colorado City on the corner of 6th and Hickory in a red brick house back in the 70s. Sales to lumber yards in region. 3 yards all on different corners across from each other. Living and selling there took diplomacy. Probably none or one may still exist. Thanks for the views of a nice memory. Look forward to more tours. Don't worry, we got them coming, babe. This is Scott Faulkner. Good to see someone get out of a jail-free past. The rest of us are under, I don't know which areas are under that. I think most of them are in the Northeast, probably parts of California. Even big cities in Texas. I know Austin's pretty well locked down, probably Dallas. But, out here, there's no lockdown here. These people do whatever the hell they want to. I went in the store, grocery store, and different places, to get stuff I needed. And, nobody was wearing gloves or masks. What does that tell you? It's just a whole different attitude out here, man. Martin Cruz, and I'm not saying it's right. You do what you do. Now, remember that. You can put on a full-face gas mask, whatever you want to do. This is in Spanish. Martin Cruz, siempre que lo escucho me pone a reflexionar. Thank you. Sí, gracias. Tom Wilson, take us over where the lots for sale are. Do a Google search. I'm leaving this morning. This is on Trike Man, riding my bike. Trike, I didn't get to do it here. I could have, but I didn't. Barbara Smokler. Great video. I have a trike like this, except it's teal colored. I have to get a basket for the front and a hand rear view mirror. No, I've got a rear view mirror that fits on my handlebars. Works great. Jimmy and Kathy Harrell, loud and clear. Your new setup is much better. Yeah, it's okay with me. Yeah, well, you know what's good about this setup? I'm using the visible wireless thing. You know what I mean? I'm using the hotspot on my Pixel 3a, and I've got my Google device on. I'm using my laptop. I had four devices hooked up yesterday because I was uploading a video from this camera, which there's no, it doesn't even have a SIM card. So yeah. So this stuff about just using one thing at a time with your hotspot, I ain't saying nothing. Jim and Kathy Harrell, loud and clear. Anyway, Susan Boggs, Rusty, I just love you. A dose of you just makes a bad day better. Thank you. Well, I'm glad, guys, because I know if any of you guys that are watching the news, if you've been watching it daily, you're going to be gradually driven totally insane because this story has legs. They're going to beat it to death. Enough said about that. Susan Boggs. Oh, I want to read that part about I just love you one more time. Mike Brandenburg. We'll do 3 or 4 more and then shut her down because I got to go. Looks like a new age ghost town to me. Yeah, it's pretty barren. Calvin, retired geezer firefighter. Main employment in Colorado City now is probably prison guards. Large prison right off 20 west of town. Well, that's interesting. I wondered what they were doing here for income because there's not much going on. Jeffrey Kropp paid $1.60 for gas in New Hampshire today. Can't remember that gas price for a long time. Isn't that something? But yeah, wherever they can get more, they will. This is Gary Meadows. I watch riding shotgun on YouTube too, Rusty. It reminds me of my working days. I only subscribe to a few channels. You and Dennis and Frugal are about half of them. Good entertainment for the price. Well, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Last one. Let's go 2 more. AI Marvin Spur, Texas, sells the tiny house lots and water with electrical for $500. Yeah, they do have some places for sale in Spur, Texas. They absolutely do. It's actually a tiny home community. The whole town is behind it because the town was dying and they decided to do something unique, and they did. This is Anonymike. Are you older or just old? I'm just me, Anonymike. Thank you. Last one. Sven Johnson left a link to something. Here you go. The first few are pretty cheap. Okay, so apparently, and that's on Looking for Land. So check out the link left by Sven Johnson on the video Land for Sale to Put Tiny Home RV, because he's got a link to some places for sale. How about that? Thank you very much, Sven Johnson. Hey, Google, tell us a horse joke.
What kind of horses only come out after dark? Nightmares.
Ha ha ha. Anyway, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to...
As long as you're laughing, I'm happy.
This thing's getting out of hand. But anyway, I'm getting ready to hook up my horse and tow my wagon to Capitan, New Mexico, and I'm going to be on the road probably in about 1 more hour. I will post a video that I did yesterday of driving through the park here, Colorado, or Lake Colorado City State Park, so you can see the park. I'll post that today while I'm driving. But anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it and you want to, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why am I fixing my coat? I have no clue. What else? Use the Amazon link. Doesn't cost you a penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones. Also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. Is that good? You bet it is. Only way to lose weight is eat less. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply through your nose or your mouth. Doesn't matter. Hold it for a few seconds and breathe out slowly. What does that do? It relieves stress. And I know a lot of you people are stressed out, so do it. You'll feel better. And then what else? Stretch, 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 swivel, 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 walk, 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 pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day. You'll never regret that. You'll feel better, and you may live a little longer because of it. And then what else? Stand guard, the door of your mind. Do not let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. And believe me, the media are backing dump trucks up to your brain. You got me? I mean, they're loading you. So anyway, guys, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day at a time or one moment. and carry on. Yeah, and I'll do some videos today. Don't worry, you're not going to be without videos on this channel. Now you might have to wait a week on others because they edit them, but I don't. When this video is over here right now, it's going up. Adios, amigos. Bye bye.